Hey there, everybody. Steven Guzman, Salesforce consultant. I've been working in the Salesforce space since 2019, and that industry was phenomenal. Got really into technology, and then life took a turn and got into deeper into tech, I guess you could say. And I've been loving it since then, and really excited to share some of the insights of the things that I've learned and kind of a little bit about my journey and help inform anybody out there that's thinking, maybe that could be a path that they'd want to take.
That's a great introduction. So, just kind of getting into it, like there's what you do right now, and we'll talk about the career journey. So, we will circle back and kind of connect some dots. But just kind of if you were talking about you were a Salesforce consultant, if somebody was looking at a website and they got like, here, I'll do it. I found a page. They talk about these different roles: a Salesforce administrator, a Salesforce architect, a Salesforce designer, a Salesforce consultant, a marketer, a sales professional. Like it's almost overwhelming to say I work for Salesforce or I'm a consultant. So, I won't get you to explain what everybody else does, but if somebody was looking at what you and other people like you at Salesforce, like what would your title be? What would that title be on paper and job searches? And then it is, what do you do? Kind of break down. If I was walking beside you today, yesterday, the rest of this week, kind of like what would I see Stephen doing every day? And going into the wrap up question, do you have any inspiring words you would like to share with the next little Stephen?
I am passionate about inspiring people to be more than what they believe they are. One of the things that I loved about being in the military was one of the mottos is be all you can be. And for that person that's listening right now, I want to encourage you to be all that you can be. You may be in high school, you may be like me where you grew up in an environment that you couldn't grow. If you're familiar with I think there's some song lyrics, but it's like the the flower that rose from the concrete type thing. That's what it really felt like for me as a youth in high school. And I really broke out of that mold and was able to grow. And just want to encourage you, where you're at right now isn't where you're going to be in 10 years, but the choices you make right now will decide where you're at in 10 years. So if you're thinking right now, hey, I think that I want to make something of myself, and I'm kind of speaking from my background because I was shy, I wasn't sure what I could do, and if I can encourage young me, I just tell me to go for it. Go to college, go to school, focus, lock in, have a good time, but lock in and get to know other trades. Talk to your professors more. If you're in high school, talk to your teachers more. Ask them questions. Hey, what do you know about the tech space? Hey, if you could do it differently, what would you do? And let those people mentor you and guide you. And the other thing is like take yourself seriously. Like you matter. Your your life is so important. The things you do today are gonna make a difference on your tomorrow. Take your life seriously. Take what your mentors tell you and run with them. Talk it over with your parents. Ask your parents questions about salary, about different places of employment, different jobs. What do they like about their job? What would they have done differently? Just try to soak in everything that you can. I mentioned it at the beginning of this podcast. That's what I did with Chris. I asked him questions about what he did to build the life that he had, and he inspired me. And I kid you not, I thought about it every single day since that moment. I still think about it today, and I've got a house. I consider myself successful, but I still think about it to this day. And I just want to tell you, be all you can be. Don't be afraid to go for it. Bet on yourself. You can do it. You're worth it, and just go for it and see what happens. And ten years from now, you'll be glad that you did.